gotta but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them in they feelings, yeah. Ain't vanilla ice, but I'm iced out chillin'. Was the good guy till they made me the villain. Was gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got games for a sinner. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a two up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New York Jets. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second down and 8. Here's Cook again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is third and 9.
Jump out! Hey, take 26!
Snap comes at 1. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the 38 now, here comes second and 8. Left side, Cook. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a third and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. He'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7.
Hey, take 26.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman, 46 yards. And the Jets put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 20. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. McCaffrey on the counter. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 3rd down and 6. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. They'll find Ayuk open right side. Down the right sideline. And finally wrestled down at the 11. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That's a nice run, a nice game that has to have them feeling pretty good about themselves as we head to the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Moody good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Rodgers now on 1st down. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. This 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Rodgers now to throw. That's complete to Kyle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
26.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. Touchdown! Allen Lazard, 48 yards. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Back to throw, Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He has such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Debo going in motion left. Now Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown. Well, Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day, I know you know there's no better feeling than a pick six for a defender.
And the big thing is when you take it and you realize you're out there and you've got a great chance to score, not to get overexcited and have one of the yard lines trip you up, or the turf monsters, we used to call it, knock you down before you get to the end zone. That didn't happen on that play. He carried it home.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Purdy looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender went over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. They'll try the middle with Cook. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
2nd and 9. They run it again with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Well, a fake on the jet sweep as they run with Cook up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners 17. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Zuerlein's kick is open through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a gain of 6. And the 49ers.
On 1st down, it's Purdy. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. And this throw will be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Jets are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. That's the 49ers.
Here's Cook again. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Here's Purdy. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. First and 10 inside the 30. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the night. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Purdy will throw for it. He's got it at the 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, second and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Purdy, big fourth down play. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
On first down, Purdy.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down, 49ers.
Missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this J. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all of this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines. In the mind. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on my mind. Keep with a rip. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a deal. Made a name for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going school, I drop down. They try to read when I drive with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte.
Today we've got a solid matchup in store in the NFC, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Carolina Panthers.
To kick off for the 49ers.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started.
And off we go from uptown Charlotte.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Ready. 43 rail. Hut.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they can't bring him down. The solid stiff arm. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Meanwhile, Young's throw here on target to Hurst. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
52 blaster. Drill, 52.
Young. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Ready?
Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen from 3 yards out. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now here's the former Panther, had some great years with him. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. Throwing here, Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. In motion is Gray. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Trouble, 38. Switch, yellow. Hut, hut.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. T.J. Chark from 19 yards away. And the Panthers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Down the sideline he goes. He's on his way. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 76 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7.
49ers 7.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started.
He's got a man, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
On the double.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
It's Young on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
10 cycles. Set.
Now Young. Rolling to his left. Oh, Young loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 102 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And Young's throw there incomplete.
Come on, set. 52 blaster. Set, cut.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Young on third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
6, mega, drill, 52, triple, 38.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to throw, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Samuel in motion. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Purdy now on 2nd down. He's going to let it go again. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown 49ers. Danny Gray in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Panthers 14.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And just shutting him off there. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. First and 10 at the 33-yard line. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, San Francisco.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And now off to the races, down the right side. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 56 yards. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Niners 28, Panthers 14. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Ultra. Ready.
The play fake, now Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Yellow.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready?
Here's Young from the shotgun. And quickly to Thielen here. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
A gain of 7.
Black.
It's fourth down.
Drill green. Set.
Young to throw on fourth. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down with ease as they'll wind up getting 9 there on 4th and 5. Throwing. Young. Dancing to his left. Oh, Young loses it. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Young with a throw, caught by Chark. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. They send the tight end in motion left. Now a first down throw for Young. That is caught by Thielen. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
That's another Carolina Panther.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Young will set to throw, eluding the fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. There he goes, right side. Now he's loose again. Christian McCaffrey inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this J. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines.